Students, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the moderato. Very important thing to look at before we play the key signature. You will notice that there's one flat in the key signature, and it is a B flat. That means we are not going to have any open Bs throughout the song. Rather, we're going to have a B flat, which is going to be the third fret on the third string. So be very careful with your Bs on this song. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward if you know your notes on the first four strings. So let's go through those. E, F, G on the first string. C and D. You'll notice I'm not playing an open B string because we don't have that in the song. We have a C and a D on the second string. The third string we have open G, A, B flat, and then on the D string we have open D, E, and F. We also have at one point in the song a C sharp. Remember, a sharp means you take the note and you bring it up a fret. So if this is C, second fret would be C sharp. So let's take a look at this song. We're going to start with an open D, and that's going to ring out for the entire measure. Then we're going to play A, D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A. Second measure, here's where we get our first B flat. I'm going to use my third finger for B flat and my fourth finger for D. Obviously, I can't use 3 for both of them, even though they're third fret notes. And I don't want to hop my third finger back and forth. I'd rather hold down this position. So now we're going to go open D, B flat, D, B flat, F, B flat, D, B flat, F, B flat, D, B flat, F, B flat, D, B flat. Then we go to our next measure, and we're going to take off our first finger because we're going to have an open E in this measure. So D, B flat, D, B flat, E, B flat, D, B flat, E, B flat, D, B flat, E, B flat, D, B flat. And then we go back to the same pattern that we started off with. So I'm going to bring my second finger back to A. I'm going to keep my fourth finger right here on D. I can use my third finger, but the angle is much nicer when you're using your fourth finger here. So again, I'm not going through the notes because it's the same as the first measure. All right, third line, we finally get a new bass note. So this is going to be an F. Again, we're letting this ring out the entire measure over these top notes. So everything else stays the same. I have this good position. Again, my fourth finger's here. So now I can put my third finger down here on F. F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A. Now I go back to my finger on D, or on B flat, D, and I also have a G here. So I think the best thing to do is use your second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. Might feel a little bit scrunched up. If you do feel like that, you can actually sort of angle your hand like this in order to get them all closer to the bottom of the frets, rather than sort of having your elbow in like this. If you bring it out a little bit, you might be able to get a better angle. So here, we're going to go D, B flat, D, B flat, G, B flat, D, B flat, G, B flat, D, B flat, G, B flat, D, B flat. And then we go back to our pattern from the very beginning, but we only do half a measure of this. So now things change. We're going to have an A in the bass. That means my thumb is going to play the fifth string open. We're going to have an A with our second finger, and this is where we have that C sharp with our third finger. Again, they're both on the 2nd fret, but we don't want to hop the 2nd finger over. We want to have fingers down the entire time. We also have an open E here, so we're going to go A, C sharp, A, E, A, C sharp, A, and then we go back to our original pattern again for half a measure. And then we end with an open D. All right, I'll play the whole thing slowly so that you can get sort of a feel for it. And that's the moderato. All right, see you guys next time.